Is M. Night Shyamalan back? And where did he go?
What will happen when he unlocks the potential of his brain?
There is no limit to what he can become.
So it wasn't long ago, back in 1999, Sixth Sense came out. And then a year later, Unbreakable. And then 3 years after that, Signs. So by 2003, everyone was like, man, this guy's incredible. I mean, people were comparing him to Alfred Hitchcock, a young Steven Spielberg. And then The Village came out. And I was like, man, it's just an aberration. Then The Last Airbender, The Happening. I can't believe I'm talking to a potted plant. See, if you want to watch a good one, watch that and then bookend it with like Wicker Man.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
So basically the story starts where there's 3 girls who are getting into a car. 2 girls, they're in the back seat. They're like these 2 sorority type girls. And the girl in the front seat is played by Anya Taylor-Joy, who I'm just going to refer to her as The Witch because she's in The Witch. That's all I know her from, and she's really good in that. But I don't remember her name exactly, and I'm going to call her The Witch. I don't remember the name in this movie either. They're waiting on one of the girls' father to come in and drive them, but it's not him. Instead, it's James McAvoy. He's got 23 personalities, a potential 24th personality, and known as the Beast. And you don't want to see the Beast because the Beast, apparently when the Beast is unleashed, the Beast is going to wreak some havoc and fuck shit up. So he sprays 2 girls in the back with chloroform, and the other girl, this is where it's kind of weird, and this weird M. Night Shyamalanism where he's staring at her, they're looking at each other, and I'm thinking, okay, they must know each other, right? Yep, no, they don't know each other at all. It's just this weird, awkward moment. It goes on for seconds. So, I mean, it's not like she's paralyzed with fear. It's just this weird thing. He doesn't even really acknowledge her, and she doesn't really do anything. But then she puts her hand on the door handle, and that's when he's like, okay, he takes her out. So the 3 girls wake up. They're in a room. You don't really know where the hell this room's at, but you find out later on that James McAvoy's character, who I'm going to refer to as the Horde because that's what he's referred to later on because he's got a zillion personalities, and they're only like, you see a handful of them, okay? So there's a lot of filtered personalities. They don't really do much anything. They're there for support, I guess. I don't know. So basically this first act is these girls are in this room. One of the girls is like, we need to get the hell out of here. We need to bull rush this guy and take him down. The other girl's like, okay, sounds good to me. But the third, the witch girl's like, no. This guy's way too strong. He's going to take us down, and I'm just going to wait for my moment and make my move then. That's where I'm thinking, all right, she's in on it. She's with this Horde guy. I mean, there's something going on there, but no, she's not. I'm going to tell you right now. As expected, the girls try to get out of there. That's pretty much the first act. They try to get out of there. It doesn't work. He splits them all up. So now they're in 3 different rooms there. And you begin to see his different personalities. One's a 9-year-old kid. Another one dressed as a woman. And there's all these different things. And you're like, okay, this guy's got multiple personalities. It makes sense. So basically the second act is him visiting his doctor a lot. Dr. Fletcher's her name. And it took me a while. I think her name's Betty Buckley, but I was like, where have I seen her from? She was Ryan O'Reilly's mom in Oz, the old TV show. She's excellent in this film because at one point she's giving a presentation on multiple personality disorders. And it's actually really fascinating, the fact that like some of the multiple personalities could demonstrate different physical characteristics. Like one could have, an allergy that the others don't have. One could develop a sickness or super strength that the other personalities don't show. So it's like your mind convincing the body. But the third act is where it gets really kind of crazy because these girls, they have no success leaving, and it's like time for the beast to be unleashed. So the beast comes out. The doctor along the way and realizes, hey, you know what? There actually is a beast, but I don't know the extent of what this beast, how far it's willing to go. Because there's scenes in there where she's trying to convince the different personalities of the Horde that, okay, there may be this beast, but he's just a man at the end of the day. He's not capable of climbing walls, and he's not impervious to pain. He doesn't have super strength at that level you're talking about. He's just a man. There's physical limitations. But you find out later on that's not necessarily true, because in the third act, I mean, the doctor comes there realizing the error of her ways that, I should have taken this more seriously. He just picks her up and just crushes her like, nothing. That's some super strength there. And then he goes off and eats 2 of the girls because basically they were the sacrifices. They were food. They were literally food. He said that in the beginning. You're here as food, and they are actually food for the beast. The third girl, the witch girl, she's running, and at one point she grabs a shotgun and she blasts the Horde twice with shotgun blast, like basically point blank range, and he keeps coming. And then he's bending the bars because she's hiding behind some bars. in this cage, and he's bending the bars, and then he stops when he looks at her stomach, and she's all cut up. She's all cut up because she's damaged. Throughout the whole film, you see flashbacks of her. She's mentally damaged. Well, she's physically damaged because she's been cutting herself, because mentally she's so damaged because you keep seeing flashbacks throughout the whole film when she was abused by her piece of shit uncle. So then the scene ends. He just lets her go, basically. He lets her go because he's like, you're damaged. This is a beautiful day. Don't you realize you're damaged? So I'm going to let you go. Okay. So then that's where the movie, it takes a whole nother turn. And I really like this movie because of this. And this is a huge spoiler. So you see the Horde, and he's looking at a mirror in the bathroom because, you know, he got away, obviously. And they kind of turn up the whole supervillain thing at this moment. And he's talking like, now that the beast has been unleashed, the power we have is the Horde. We're super strong. And in the background, the soundtrack is from Unbreakable. And it's really faint at that point. I'm like, man, that's the music from Unbreakable. Is this like a Halloween H2O thing where they're recycling Scream music? Come on, man. But it gets louder and louder. And then they cut to a bar. And on TV, they're talking about how this Horde character, he's now known as the Horde, how, you know, he had these superpowers. He got shot twice by a shotgun. How the hell is he still around? And you hear two women in the bar saying, oh, yeah, this reminds me of that guy in the wheelchair. What was that guy's name? And you pan over, and I'm thinking we're going to see Sam Jackson, or not Sam Jackson, but we're going to see something on the TV screen. You know, some allusion to Sam Jackson. No. They move over, and you see Bruce Willis there. And he's like, yeah, his name was Mr. Glass. I'm like, holy shit, mind blown. So I actually read that 10 years ago, M. Night Shyamalan actually wanted to make this film and I guess make a trilogy. So this movie goes from being suspense thriller to basically a comic book origin movie, because this Horde character is now a comic book character, basically, where David Dunn, I think that's his name, from Unbreakable, and it's been so long. But he is a character, and actually when Mr. Glass was setting bombs off, apparently the girl in this, the witch, it's either her mother or her father. I can't remember exactly while I'm making this video. I'd check it out. What you're supposed to be led to believe is that character died from that as well. So it's all tied in. So the parent or parents died from the blast on the train. Okay. I mean, it's crazy. So it all ties in. It's like a comic book world, like a really dark comic book world. So I would definitely be interested in a third film. This comic book road that M. Night Shyamalan's going down. Someone said they should call this one Shattered. So Unbreakable, Split, Shattered. I mean, I'd be all for it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it has some legs, man. I would definitely like to see it. And as far as the film, the standout in this film is James McAvoy. I mean, he's amazing. Playing all these different characters. And it could have gone off into like weird territory where it's like, okay, this is really cheesy. But man, he keeps it really grounded. Some of the other actors are not so great. I'd say the two girls are kind of crappy. Witch, she's awesome. Betty Buckley's good. I think that's her name, playing Dr. Fletcher. And at the end of the day, I don't know if M. Night Shyamalan's back, but I would give this film a B. So did you see Split? Did you like Split? Did you hate Split? Do you think M. Night Shyamalan's back? Do you think he never really left? Whatever the case, leave a comment below. Consider liking this video and maybe even subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.